Hello everyone, Cheek here with another Transformers review, and today I will be reviewing the Transformers Legacy Evolution Armada Universe Leader Class Megatron. And yes, I have taken long enough getting this review out, and I would have gotten out sooner, but busy me with moving and Navy stuff and moving and all that and stuff. Anyway, here he is out of the packaging. I would do a comparison with the Fans Hobby or Make Toys, whatever, my third-party version of Armada Megatron, but he is packed away in storage, and I just do not have that kind of time at the moment, and I am blathering on. But once I get the Optimus Prime that goes along with this, I'll probably do a comparison video with all four of them together. Anyway, let's take a better look at this monster of a machine man tank guy. Anyway, he is very reminiscent of the Armada cartoon and the Armada toy, but with significant improvements in some regards and not so much in others. His head, by the way, is really cool. Definitely love the horns. The only downside is they are the soft rubbery, and they also really pop off quite easily. I was tempted to glue them in, but then I was like, what happens if there's a third-party kit that makes them a little bit, possibly if these aren't 100% cartoon accurate, maybe makes solid plastic ones are a little bit better, then maybe I can put those on instead. Another gripe is that this does not actually slide up and down to move his head up and down, but whatever, that I don't really care so much about that, or not his head, but the cover for his head. Not the biggest thing, although I wish there was a Decepticon emblem on there, like there was on the original toy, and I do believe in the cartoon. But minor gripe. I do love this robot mode. Very, like I said, very accurate. I do believe this is supposed to be reminiscent of the Minicom port that would be right here. That would, I think, put out like a dagger, if I remember right. And then on this side, there was something else. I don't know, but his hands do have slightly different designs. I think just to kind of make a nod, an homage to the original toy and the myriad of effects that you could do. I guess I'll go ahead and do articulation.
The head is on a ball joint. He can nod up and down. Gets quite a bit of wibbly wobbly, and especially if you take into account the horns. Whoops, without popping them off. If you take into account his horns, he does get a lot of wibbly wobbly, very visible way up there. And you can get a full 360. And then arms can go out about that far. If you flip up this panel, they can go that far forward, and they can't really go back. Yeah. They did, like I said, improvements over the original, definitely better than the original as far as articulation is concerned, but yeah, there's only so much they could do when trying to, be as close as possible to the original mold, but I don't care too terribly much. That might be bent at the elbow, bicep rotation, wrist rotation, and then the hands also can flip in for transformation, and then you have waist rotation. Over 90 grand, well, way over the splits, he could probably, if it wasn't for his shoulders being so big, he could probably put his legs over his shoulders or something. And then, thigh rotation, very nice thigh rotation. It's obviously a mushroom cut, but it's screwed on there with this panel, so it's not going to pop off. Soft ratchet forward, can't go too terribly far forward. I can go about that far back, and about 90 degree bend at the knee. And of course, there is obligatory ankle tiltage, and it's done very nicely where it doesn't just have a gap. It has a filler. Now, of course, there's a gap in there, but whatever, who cares too much? That's from behind.
Okay. Oh, and another downside, soft rubber for the barrel. So maybe there'll also be a third party. Because my main concern is deterioration over time and all that. And then, before, of course, transforming him into his tank mode, which is, if I remember right, that's why he came in the packaging. Definitely want to show off one more thing that will be really cool if they do make a Tidalwave, which based on the ports, I mean, of course, it tends to be standard ports anyway, but there is a lot of hubbub that they're probably going to be making a Armada Tidalwave, and that would be super cool. But just getting this rotated around to the front, just like on the original toy, and then collapse down, rotate up, and then you can also rotate this up. Now, to probably my biggest gripe with this figure, it's this one thing, just this one thing. If this one thing worked, all the other gripes would be like quibble, like barely, like nothing, like why are you complaining about that if this wasn't a problem? But this cannot spin in a full 360. It can spin most of the way around, but not all of the way around. I mean, I guess to make up for it, this thing can spin, but what's the point of this thing spinning? Because as soon as you spin around, you can't tap it back into place properly, but hey, it can spin. You can position it however you like. So that's not the end of the world, but and for robot mode, I don't care so much about being able to spin 360 degrees, but for vehicle mode, oh, it's just, yeah, not fun. But other than that, absolutely love this figure. Now let's go ahead and get him back to normal. Okay, so he is, like I said, very similar to the original. I did have a somewhat broken hand-me-down one, not broken as in broken, but broken as in missing his horns and pretty much every accessory. He did transform into a tank, the electronics worked and all that, but definitely nowhere near as good as articulation as this guy. But transformation is surprisingly similar.
So let's go ahead and let's just get this open up, flip this up, open up, flip the hands in, rotate up, and then I guess we can go ahead and close these up for now, and then open up his chest, flip this up, which is very reminiscent of that shield panel that would just slide up with the slider. They could have done that if they really wanted to, but a little more mechanical engineering they would have had to deal with. But just rotate this up, and you can see it's flushed in there. I love these colors, so almost garish, but not quite, with the orange, like the Hunter's orange almost, with the olive green. Oh, I just love it, really cool. Okay, yeah, really cool. And the tip is starting to come off again. Okay, and then for the back, go ahead and collapse that, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's a third party that puts a filler for that. But hey, so it's cool. I mean, it's not like you're only looking at the bottom of the foot normally, I don't know, staring at it from underneath. Like, how would you be doing that? That's why I don't care too much about most scabs. Flip these panels up. I do believe rotate at the waist, and you have to do that to make open with the turret. And then slide this up pretty much. You leave those panels open, they tap into something on the underneath. And also these rotate up. Forgot to mention that earlier. But rotate that up. Tabs into this, helps hold the forward treads in place better. And this right here tabs into this, holds that into place. This tab into place. And these tab right in there, just messes all nice and good. And close that up, and you pretty much have it in his tank mode.
And I absolutely love this tank mode because it's Megatron as he's supposed to be. It's that's the only complaint that I have about the third-party version that I have, is that it just fills everything up completely in the back. I'm not saying that I hate it, and it also fills this up as well around here, so it just makes him feel like a standard tank almost, just a little bit weird colored on the third-party version. But he's, even though he's supposed to be more of an earth tank, it still didn't feel like, proper Armada Megatron tank, because it's supposed to have this gap in the front and back, because he looks almost like an H. That's what I always thought about him, is he looks kind of like an H. And another thing, of course, that the colors and design is reminiscent of, is that this used to flip open. I think there's can't remember what exactly was there, but there is some that would flip open here. These panels, I think missile launchers or something. This would be like a launch ramp for a mini-con that would flip out. And then, of course, you can also flip this out. But this, as you can see, it doesn't go. I was afraid to. You can't get to. If you look down there, there's no way to move it. And if you did try to, you'd just end up breaking it. So it's kind of pointless to use this in vehicle mode. And then, of course, this right here would have opened up. And I think there's claws on this side, or one of these sides was like a prison, and the other side was like a claws, and it was pretty cool. But for this size, for what it is, being chug and all that, I don't hold it against it. I like the homage to it, just kind of having the mold in there. But, oh man, I love it so much, except, like I said, with any tank transformer, you should be able to just twirl around and around and around and around the turret. There's even one figure, what was his name? Another tank. Can't remember his name off the top of my... it's a third-party version of this guy. It does, you can twirl around a little bit, but if you're not careful, it will rotate on the other spot that is more for transformation than tank mode. But yeah, that's about it for Transformers Legacy Evolution Armada Universe Leader Class Megatron. And if you like this review and you'd like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. And until next time, have a good one, everyone.